Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Billy. Today I would like to share with you two dresses that are inspired by the Eloise dress from By Hand London that I made using the new look pattern in N6633 View A. This is part 5 of the series. For part 1 through part 4, please check out my videos number 28 through 31. So the Eloise dress is a shift dress with a gathered sort of ruffles or drop waist skirt, and it comes in 3 lengths, full length almost to your ankles, and one just below the knees and one above the knees. And it comes also with an optional waist tie that you could add to give yourself a more fitted look and also to accentuate the shape if you wish. And so the pattern itself is fairly straightforward. It has no zippers in the back and with a really lovely keyhole detail and just 2 chest darts on the side, on the side here. So there's no darts in the front, vertical darts in the front or in the back. And even though all 3 views are really lovely, I was especially drawn to the one where the dress just falls below the knees. And one thing that really was quite apparent to me was how similar the silhouette of the Eloise dress is to this new look dress. So instead of buying the Eloise dress pattern, I thought that I would try my hand at modifying the new look pattern to achieve the look. And because I knew I wanted to have a more fitted look with the waist tie, so I kept the vertical darts of the dress. So instead of a very loose shift dress. So the first dress that I made is the one I'm wearing right now. And so this one is made from a cotton sateen material that I purchased on Moon's website. And so here is a close-up of the material itself. And this one's a cotton sateen, and even though it's not a Moon's proprietary line, it feels very similar to it. So in terms of weight, it feels really similar to it, and also it also has a little stretch. And this is a really pretty floral design. It's called Morning Glory, and I think it's still available on Moon's website. And so this one is quite thick actually. It's about 190 grams per square meter, or 180 GSM. Just for reference, a quilting cotton is generally about 140 GSM. A cotton poplin is generally just over 100 GSM. And cotton voile is generally about 70 GSM. So as you can see, so this is a fairly substantial sort of a weight in terms of the fabric itself. And so what I did to make the modification was, this is the lower round neck that I have modified to this new look pattern. So obviously I just omitted the sleeves. And to make the ruffles, I kind of eyeball it. So I figured the dropped portion is just above around my hip. So that's kind of where I cut it off, the pattern. And the original pattern has a bit of a dropped, sort of a little rounded hem here. But because I do prefer a straight hem, so that was easy for me, I just cut it directly across at the line that is perpendicular to the center front line of the pattern. And also the same thing with the back pieces, perpendicular to the grain line. And then to achieve the look, I figure for my height, I cut out about the ruffles that was 15 inches long in the length. And in terms of how wide it is, I guess that the Eloise dress is probably about a 2-to-1 ratio in terms of gather, meaning that the ruffle portion is 2 times the length of the skirt circumference. And so that was what I cut it out. So miraculously, I was able to cut out this entire dress, including the waist tie here, using 1.5 yards of about, I think, 57, 58 inches of fabric. And this was accomplished by connecting the ruffles from 4 separate pieces. And I figure because this pattern is fairly busy, and then also because it's a ruffle gathered portion, so the connecting seams would not be visible, and that is indeed the case. So I was very happy I was able to cut it out from 1.5 yards of fabric. I like this dress with a cotton lawn that I have at home, and to give me more opacity for this. And so overall I'm really happy how this works out. And interesting, generally I'm just not a big fan of sleeveless dresses on myself, even though I really like the look on other people. And so far, since my dressmaking journey started a little over a year ago, I've only made one sleeveless dress that I talked about in my video number 5. And I've only worn that dress for a grand total of 1 time. However, after this COVID, I am a changed woman. I decided to live it up a little, and so now that it's summer, I thought it would be okay, to wear a sleeveless dress. Of course, I'm joking. So anyway, so that's what I am doing, and so here is a quick video of this Eloise inspired dress with this very pretty morning glory floral print, and I just really love it. And I paired it with a 3.5 inches of red sandals, and I thought it looked great together. It looks sort of like a little dressy for summer parties, but not too dressy, and so I'm incredibly happy how this turned out. The second dress that I will show you today is this one made from a cotton tweed fabric that I also purchased on Mood's website. So here is a close-up of the fabric itself, and it's really pretty. It's a very light green sort of background with different shades of green, and also a bit of beige and also pink mixed in. So I thought it was incredibly pretty. And I've had this fabric for just about a year in my stash, and just for the longest time I couldn't figure out what to make with this fabric. But when I decided to make a second Eloise dress, or Eloise inspired dress, I knew I wanted to make one with a little ruffled cap sleeve. And because the sleeve would not be lined, I needed to find something in my stash that is double-faced, meaning that both sides of the fabric are the same, or just about the same. And so this one turned out to be perfect because it's the appropriate weight for the summer dress, and also both sides of this fabric are really identical. I could not tell one way or the other. And so originally for the second dress, I had intended to make the short version where the skirt falls above the knees and with no vertical dart, so it will be a very loose floating shift dress. I thought it would be cute for summer. However, I was looking at my closet and I decided I had no appropriate shoes that would go with such a short dress. Because generally my rule of thumb is if the dress is short, the heels must be also low to give a more proportionate look. And because I do not have something that is a kitten heel that is about 2 inches or below in height, I decided not to make the short version. And so I still made the same version where the dress falls just below the knees. So this one is really the same as this one, with the exception of the added cap sleeve. And this was self-drafted, and this is actually version 2 of my sleeve. The version 1, I just kind of made it up and then pinned it and sewed it up, and I just kind of held it up, and I thought, oh, okay, it looks good. So I went ahead and lined it. Fortunately, I didn't close up the entire thing. Then it was sort of getting late at night, so I decided to just pin it on my dress form. But after pinning on my dress form, I was horrified. It just looked terrible. It looked completely different from when I just hold it up a few feet away. And so really the lesson is really I really should have tried it on myself or put it on the dress form to get a better view of what the final result would look like. So what I had to do was I had to unpick everything and try to figure out what to do. Then fortunately, I'm already a subscriber of this channel called So Custom, and this woman Suzanne, she is so talented, and she happened to have a video on how to line a sleeveless dress with cap sleeves. So that was just perfect for me. And so even though the sleeves in her video are not gathered, but it gave me an idea of what a cap sleeve pattern piece should look like. And so she really saved the day for me, and so I was able to just kind of copy the shape of her cap sleeve pattern piece and made this one. And so I am so incredibly happy. And one thing I should mention is that this dress is also lined with cotton long, and because it's sleeveless dress, I lined it using the burrito method. And the burrito method is actually a lot easier than I previously thought, and it really worked out incredibly well, and it really makes a lot of logical sense actually once you get the hang of it. Here's a picture to show you how I laid out the pattern pieces to cut out this particular Eloise inspired dress. But this second dress, actually you can see a little better the construction of this dress, because this one, the pattern is a bit busy, so it kind of obscures the construction. So as you can see here, I actually widened the neckline just a little bit more versus this one. So it's almost like a bow neck kind of width, but it's still a little rounded. And then as you can see here, two chest darts, vertical darts here. And then this is what the gather looks like. This gather is also a 2-to-1 ratio. And so I think this is, in a way, really perfect amount of gather for this particular fabric choice. And so it gives a bit, fullness, but not too much. And for the lining, I did not bother with the ruffle, so I just lined it with the standard new look dress. It's kind of hard to see. The new look dress view A, so it's still quite a little narrower than the ruffle skirt, but it really has no, it doesn't impede in any way the movement when I wear this dress. So it works out very well. And so this is a close-up of the ruffled skirt. The ruffled cap sleeve. And then the back is like this. I decided to omit the keyhole detail because since usually I have my hair down, and so you will not see anyway. So I figured I could save myself that step. So here is a quick video of the second Eloise inspired dress, and I paired this dress with a pair of 3.5-inch silk fabric sandals that are about that I've had in my closet forever, and I thought it would go very well with the color scheme of this dress. And overall, I'm really pleased how this works out. It's perfect for summer, and it looks a bit dressy but not too much, and so I am really happy how this works out. So these are the two Eloise inspired dresses that I recently made using the new look pattern N6633 view A. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and please do stay safe, and I hope I will see you soon. Bye bye.